Hey everyone, I wanted to make this video real quick because I am very excited and nervous. Some of you may know this, some of you may not, but I am co-hosting and co-writing the PBS web series It's Lit with Lindsay Ellis, and the first episode will be airing on Wednesday, and I am both extremely excited and terrified. You know, I'm terrified about the fact that my platform potentially, because we're not trying to say it will, but like potentially, like my platform is going to be increased. It is, you know, launching me into a sphere that I've never been in before, even though I have the Mary Sue, which is, you know, put me in different ears, and having worked with querying the script documentary and now working on this Chasing Amy documentary, it's very humbling. Like, I feel extremely grateful, but I'm also absolutely terrified. And I know that I still owe you guys that Q&A, which I filmed a Q&A, and I think it's so weird looking. Like, I do part of it in a sheet mask, and I think it's baddish, but I think I will upload like a fixed one and then be like, well, here's the outtakes if you want to watch it. But thinking about what I wanted to say to you guys, because I know one question you guys have asked is like, what have I looked forward to? What am I proud of? And I think the thing that I am most proud of is that I feel genuinely overall respected in what I do. Heck Porter, who is one of my longtime followers, asked me, one of her questions was, how do I feel about not being included in Breadtube? And to be quite honest, are there times where I'm jealous or envious of the platform that they have, the support that they have, the views that they have? Yes, you know, I'm an Aries and a middle child. I'm a jealous person. But at the same time, I always tell myself, like, whether it be with my writing or anything else, it's like, am I putting in the work that other people are doing? You know, like, I am very lucky. You know, I live at home. You know, I've been able to save so that I can get my own place, live alone, you know, hopefully by the end of this year. I have a full-time job. I have like a really good part-time gig with good rates. I have this PBS opportunity. I have my health care. I have, you know, parents that are able to help me and support me in situations that for other people would be gut-wrenching. You know, when I broke up with my long-term partner, I was able to just move back here. I didn't have to worry about going across, you know, the United States or going anywhere. I was able to have security, and that security has allowed me to have many opportunities that I wouldn't have had otherwise. And I am very aware of the privilege that comes with that. And I also know that there are so many amazing people I follow online, like Taylor Crompton, you know, Clarkeisha Kent, Valerie Complex, so many people. I'm gonna link to a bunch of them down below. Fangirl Janine, who's amazing and has taught me so much about Polynesian issues, and you know, Allie, who's been helping me learn a lot about Native American issues and Indigenous issues and helping me be more educated on that. You know, there are so many people who will never have the acclaim that they deserve, or do have high acclaim, but it doesn't mean that they're not struggling. You know, likes and retweets and following is not mental stability, it's not financial stability, it is not a hug, it is not a best friend. You know, it comes with a lot of people putting a lot of pressure on you and also like tearing you apart, not because they care about your work, but because they want to say that you don't deserve something, ergo it should be taken away from you. And I think I worry about that the most as I go forward, because I've been doing this since I was 16. I've said dumb things, but I've always tried to acknowledge it. I always try to show the growth in my videos, and sort of like, you know, the things that I don't believe in anymore, just think are lazily done, I take off. And what I have learned the most through doing this is learning how to be nuanced, learning to be angry and loud, but also support my opinions, to be upfront about my biases, to be honest about what I do and what I have failed to do. You know, one of the reasons I love following For Harriet and Julesy and Tea with Queen and Jay is that they are so authentically themselves and so open to hearing other opinions, but are very strong in who they are. And I think that's what I'm trying to be. Like, I am very proud of the work that I've done, but I also am very humbled by the fact that there are people who have done better work than me, who have grinded more than me. And so what I always tell people is that sometimes I do have envy and jealousy, but I don't want to take things from people. I don't think that I deserve it and they don't. I just say I want to get to that point in my career where I can be there. And what's even better is that, like, you know, a lot of these people that I respect me back. You know, Paige and Sarah from The Princess and the Scrivener, like, to like my favorite people. Y'all have become friends to me, you know, and I think sometimes that's worth it. Like, one YouTuber that I've loved for a long time was watching my videos and told me that they think that I have like natural stage presence, and I was like, oh, thank you. You know, like, those things matter more to me than like having a throng of adoring fans. Like, I have had people that have been following me since I was making A&Bs on YouTube. I've had people who say that like I helped them critically think about literature for the first time. You know, I'm sorry, girl, because now you can't enjoy shit either. But I would like to be more of a video essayist, but I also don't know if that really is me. Like, I can read off a teleprompter. I just wish I had a better one, but I just feel like my ranty videos are just more authentically me and do better in the long run. But we'll see. I'll figure it out. I think I missed my time to be like a big YouTuber, but like, honestly, like sometimes I'll like watch Sarah Z's work and I'm like, I should just do more of that, because like, look how her work is, like, we're similar and I could do that. But I also just feel like, you know, I'm not her. Like, I have a different vibe. Like, I love her work though, like, but we're different people, and like, at the end of the day, I'm still a loud-mouthy, unattractive black queer girl, and like, I have to also know that, like, do I really want that many people out there? Like, Cat Black is probably the person who I'm like, I want to do videos like her the most, because I love her setup. I kind of like, this is kind of what I was inspired by when I was doing my video. Like, her setup is really good. Like, I'm trying to follow the template of like the black women I support, because I just know that, like, as similar as I can be to a lot of white creators, I'm just not a white creator, and so I don't really feel like people will come to me for that kind of stuff, which is not shade to them, because I love them. I just know that some things just hit better from the white gaze. Also, don't ever think that you're not working hard enough, or that you don't just like that you are not deserving of it. You know, I went to grad school thinking that it would help me, and it did not really. Like, now it did with PBS, but that took years. I worked retail for 4 years, you know, in grad school and after grad school, and couldn't get any writing gigs because I didn't have that experience. And I had to really, like, I was getting my master's and I was interning at Bust, working a full-time job, going to grad school, in a relationship, and, you know, coming into my own as a black woman and having to do all these things at once because I had to catch up. And I think that whether you're doing it now and you're thinking like, what do I have to do? Like, get the right internship, know how to use your platform, be thoughtful with who you are, and don't be afraid to apologize and say that you're sorry genuinely. We don't know everything, you know? And I think there's a responsibility that we have to put people in our corner who we know will tell us when we're wrong. Like, one person mentioned that I made a mistake in how I define a person with disabilities in a video, and they just DM'd me privately and told me, and I'm like, that's why, and because I had that experience, because I've had that kind of support, it's easy for me to be like, oh yeah, I made a mistake, I'm wrong, cool, thank you for letting me know. Because I have the smallness of what I have has allowed me to retain my personhood. Like, a lot of you guys know me. You've known me since I was 16 years old and thought I was straight. Remember those days, girl? And you guys have seen me, you know, change and grow, but you still know that I'm a person. You know that I'm Princess Weeks. I'm not like just Melina Pendulum. And I think that is so important, because I follow so many YouTubers who are always struggling between their personhood and them being an entity. And I because I'm a black person, I've always known that, like, I have to have this platform and be respectful and have to, like, carry a certain amount of weight. But it's also a lot. And I think that as long as I keep tied to you guys, like, part of the reason why I love to make videos is that I get to interact with people who actually respect me and can argue and disagree with me, but, like, there's a mutual respect there, which is why I like to go in the comments and talk to you guys, why I like to hear your opinions, and why I feel guilty when I'm slow and behind, because you guys actually care. And whether or not a video gets 500 views or over 1,000, I know that, like, the people watching it care what I have to say, and that you guys are thoughtful, and it makes me feel brave. It has given me a voice. It's the reason why I can write and do all these other kind of things, and I wouldn't be anywhere without you guys. You know, you have taught me a lot, and I'm very grateful for that, and I hope to do my best to always remember what it was like to be that, you know, that Lacuna Coil opening Melina Pendulum, because that was me being the most authentic, loud version of myself ever, and I have been that and retained that and still have these opportunities. So I just say, if you are a radical person and you are loud and you're angry and you want to talk about how you feel about a show, do it. It has not stopped me from being who I am and being successful. And you know, I'll apologize when I think I was wrong, but like, Julie Plec and me always gonna have beef, so we don't have to pretend, we don't have to put on airs. We can be honest and be thoughtful, but know how to critique. It's important to be loud, right, and nuanced. Simply because we are in an era where marginalized people have a huge voice, but they are triply critiqued. And where every mistake, especially if you are inclined to not like a person, becomes indicative of their wrongness. And we have turned stan culture into everything. And it is so destructive because we can't talk about anything with any sense. I mean, just look at the Johnny Depp stuff. I want us all to be conscious of that. You know, my biggest fear about being on PBS is people coming here to talk shit about me and make fun of me. Like, I know I'm ugly, guys. Like, I know my teeth is fucked up to y'all, but I love my teeth. I'm okay from the neck down, so like, y'all can leave me alone. Someone has to be on YouTube and be proudly ugly, and I will carry that weight for the girls, okay? Also, for my Patreon, I am going to be doing a podcast because I have a mic and I have a good structure for it. It's gonna be so rambly and weird, and the title of it will be called The Princess Diaries because I'm the princess and still working on my diaries. I have like 2 videos about gatekeeping and black culture and gatekeeping and queer culture that are coming up. I have the Witcher video coming up, and I saw 6, so I'm gonna be back on my white history bullshit and talk about 6 Rise of Henry VIII and why it's fire and why you should all see 6, because when I tell you the looks, sis, Jane Seymour gave me a ballad and I was fucking dumb. It was amazing. But so yeah, I'll be doing It's Lit on Wednesday. You guys will be seeing me there. Thank you so much for following and supporting me. I will be trying to do more videos. I'll get that Q&A up as soon as I can. I'm so sorry, but like, thank you for your support. To everyone who supports me and doesn't always comment, like, it means a lot. To my patrons, it means a lot. All the big people who follow me and like support me and think I'm cool even though I don't do as good as work as you guys do. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'm very grateful.